Hollywood is no stranger to controversy, but no one expected Pedro Pascal, the beloved star of The Last of Us and The Mandalorian, to be the one to pull back the curtain on Meghan Markle's podcast, Archetypes. During an appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live, Pascal shocked both the host and the audience by making scathing remarks about Meghan's Confessions of a Female Founder episode, suggesting that the entire narrative was nothing more than a carefully staged act. As Kimmel scrambled to steer the conversation elsewhere, Pascal doubled down, leaving the audience gasping. His blunt comments sent shockwaves across social media, with fans and critics alike dissecting his every word. Was Meghan Markle's so-called honest podcast just another attempt to manipulate her public image? And why did Pedro Pascal, of all people, choose to call her out now? What began as a light-hearted discussion about Pascal's latest projects took a dramatic turn when Kimmel casually mentioned Meghan's foray into podcasting. Chuckling, he asked Pascal, "So, would you ever do a Meghan Markle podcast?" expecting a diplomatic response. Instead, Pascal smirked and took a sip of his drink before replying, "Oh, you mean the one where she pretends to be a struggling woman in a world that supposedly rejected her? Yeah, I think I'll pass." The audience gasped, but Pascal wasn't finished. "It's just interesting how she talks about female founders overcoming hardship, yet somehow forgets that she had Hollywood connections before she even met Prince Harry. She acts like she clawed her way to the top when, in reality, she had doors opened for her that most people can only dream of." Kimmel, visibly taken aback, attempted to change the subject, but Pascal leaned forward, determined to make his point. "Look, I'm all for women succeeding. I work with incredible female directors and writers, but let's be real, not everyone who calls themselves an underdog actually is one." Pascal's comments reignited skepticism about Meghan's Confessions of a Female Founder episode, in which she claimed to relate deeply to women who had struggled to build their businesses from the ground up. Many listeners had already questioned her authenticity. After all, Meghan's career took off thanks to high-profile connections and a role on Suits, a far cry from the struggles faced by most female entrepreneurs. "She talks about rejection, about feeling like she didn't belong," Pascal continued. "But this is someone who married into the British royal family, lived in a palace, and now has multi-million-dollar Netflix and Spotify deals. I mean, come on." His remarks echoed growing criticism that Meghan's storytelling is carefully curated to fit a victim narrative, one that conveniently ignores the privilege and access she has always had. Within minutes, social media was on fire. Clips from the interview flooded Twitter and Instagram, sparking fierce debate. The hashtag Pascal exposes Meghan trended worldwide.